start us off with a land acknowledgement. I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the lands and waters and plants and animals and ancestors of Treaty 3 Dish with One Spoon territory. These lands are home to dynamic and diverse communities and nations, including the Anishinaabe, the Arawandran, the Haudenosaunee, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations. And I would like to call to mind and to honor the murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls who are not here and did not get to see this day, and who more easily go missing because settlers are so used to forgetting the presence of Indigenous people that we do not notice when another Indigenous woman is gone. We hope for a more just future together, and we are leaning into working towards it. And that is in part what today is all about. Woo! There is much to work on when it comes to women's rights, and at the same time, there are some great things to celebrate from the past year. So I'm going to highlight a few. In 2022, we saw Nicole Anapuman, the first Native American woman, and Kat Ecazareta, the first Mexican woman, both journey into space. Yeah. Jessica Watson became the first Black woman to serve aboard the International Space Station. There is even talk right now that women astronauts will soon have the first ever spacesuits that are designed for women. Preet Shanti became the first woman of color to explore the South Pole solo when she completed the 700-mile journey across Antarctica after a 40-day trek, which was 8 days ahead of her goal. MJ Rodriguez became the first trans woman to win a Golden Globe. And the first All-American referee team officiated at the World Cup. And lastly, Claudine Gay became the first Black president of Harvard University. So there is lots to celebrate and lots of work to be done. Women are still badly represented in positions of power. Men make up about 95% of CEOs of Canadian TSX-listed companies. According to 2022 research, there are more CEOs named Mark than there are women CEOs in Canada. Women in Canada still earn 89 cents for every dollar a man makes, and racialized women make 59 cents on the dollar. Men still represent 69.5% of MPs in the House of Commons. And on a more serious note, 184 women and girls died by femicide in Canada in 2022. 52 of them in Ontario alone. That is 1 woman a week in Ontario, and we are on track to surpass that this year. More than half of single mothers and half of women over 65 who live alone live below the poverty line. Women are more likely to live in poverty. We are more likely to have our health concerns dismissed by doctors and hospitals. We are more likely to be impacted by climate change. We do not have a good idea of what equality might look like, but there is no metric by which we can be considered equal now. But we can change these inequities, and this is how we do it. We get together, and we organize, and we get loud, and we stay loud. We shout out women's achievements, and we absolutely insist that women's rights are human rights, and that we will not stop until we have them. Thank you so much. I would like to call Sandees up to the mic.
Hello, my name is Sanders Alami, the founder and president of Arab Women's Society of Guelph, which is a non-for-profit organization empowering women and care about all the women. It is an honor to be here today to celebrate International Women's Day with all of you. Happy Women's Day. On this International Women's Day, I would like to talk about the importance of embracing equity. Equity means fairness and justice, and it is a value that we should all seek to uphold in our lives. It means recognizing that everyone has the right to the same opportunities and treatment, regardless of their gender, race, or any other characteristic that might set them apart. Unfortunately, we know that women have historically faced discrimination and inequality in many areas of their life. This is not just an issue of individual rights. It also has significant impact on our society and economy as a whole. When women are not given the same opportunities as men, we are losing out the potential contribution that they could make. Embracing equity means actively working to change this. It means recognizing that women have the same abilities and talent as men and should be given the same opportunities to succeed. It means ensuring that women have equal access to education, healthcare, and job opportunities. It also means acknowledging and addressing the unique challenges that women face, such as gender-based violence, sexual harassment, and the gender pay gap. We cannot simply ignore these issues and hope that they will go away. We must actively work to address them and create a society where women can thrive. So what can we do to embrace equity? We must listen to the voices of women and take their experience and perspective seriously. We must educate ourselves on the issues that women face and work to understand how we can be part of the solution. We must also support policies and programs that promote equity, such as equal pay laws and initiatives to increase the representation of women in leadership positions. And we must hold ourselves and others accountable for creating culture of equity in our communities and workplaces. The Arab Women's Society of Guelph as an organization has many initiatives that empower women and girls. We did many seminars, education courses, workshops, such as now we do the English course, conversation for beginners, for newcomers and refugees. We did the Guelph Police course with the Guelph Police to let women know about their rights. We did the small business course with the Small Business Center to let the women to find a good opportunity, and we tried to help them to find a job to be beside them. We can militate and support other women, and we can use our voices to speak out against inequality. Finally, I want to say that embracing equity is not just the right thing to do, it is also the smart things to do. When we help women, we will help our society. And unlocking their full potential and creating a better future for all of us. Let us commit to embracing equity and creating a world where every woman can thrive. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Fazia, I would like to invite you up to the mic.
Just gonna hover because it's not super steady. But I will try and grab it.
Hello everyone. Happy International Women's Day to all of you, and thank you all for joining such a great event that's been organized by Guelph, Wellington Women in Crisis
And many others.
and many others.
Speak closer to the mic.
Can you hear? Okay. All right. Okay, great. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna say and send my wishes again for a very happy International Women's Day. My name is Fazia Khan. I'm founder and CEO of Women That Give. It gives me immense pleasure here to be among amazing organizations, individuals who have gathered here to celebrate International Women's Day today. On behalf of my team, I already extended my thanks, but I'm going to redo it again because you guys didn't hear in the back. So extend my thanks to Guelph Wellington Women in Crisis and other partners and for having us join you guys in the celebrations of International Women's Day today. So so I'm going to talk about Women That Give. So Women That Give is also popularly known as WTG. It's a women-led charity it's a women-led volunteer charity run by women entrepreneurs and professionals. We have a mandate to provide free programs and support services to women survivors of gender-based violence, women in need, women facing hardships, struggling with poverty, disadvantaged children, and other marginalized members in our communities. So I'm also going to point out to the very amazing team of ours, which is, they are selfless volunteers who have put so much of hard work and effort into changing the life of a woman who's facing, troubles with even getting the food at her table. So we go out all the way. We put our own resources. We have no funding so far. We put our own resources, our time, talent, to give the best what we can do to enhance a woman's life and her child's life. We've had many partners since our inception in 2016. We've been working with Interval House of Hamilton, that's a VAW shelter for women who are facing, who come from abusive backgrounds. So we've been working with them since a long time back, like 2017, and until now. And we are very proud, I'm very proud on behalf of my team to be here to join in the celebration and give a voice to what Cindy said, and the other lady's name I forgot. So yes, we have to come together. Collaborative work is important and it's really required, even though when we celebrate women who are achieving accolades or they have so amazing accomplishments, we still need to think about one woman who is not there yet. So we all have to come together to uplift her out of that situation and give her the same tools for success. That's what Women That Give does. So please take a look at womenthatgive.ca and come and support us, support our mission. And yes, I'm again very thankful to Cindy and all of you guys, and gives me a great pleasure to bring amazing food for you from the team of Women That Give. Please join us with that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And yes, please do make sure you grab some food. Ashley, can I pull you up to the stage? It's so cold. I was trying to not wear a jacket, but it's way too cold for that. I'm actually wearing the Secret 3K. It's really, can't hear me? This is really intimate. Okay, here we go. I'm Ashley Burr. I'm the race director for the Secret 3K. It's the first time it's coming to Guelph, so I'm super pumped about it. We have a load of people that are registered, and I think it's going to be a fun night tonight. But what it is it originated from the Secret Marathon of Afghanistan. So in Afghanistan right now, women are not allowed to run. They're not allowed to go to gyms. They're not allowed to be out in parks. And they have to stay in their homes. So what we're doing is we're raising awareness, but also we're raising funds for it. So there's 3 charities that when you register for this race, it's a run or a walk, it's not really a race. But the money goes to these 3 charities that are sort of getting creative and a little bit rebellious on still bringing programs to women and girls in Afghanistan, but it's through the internet. So if they are able to have access to a computer or a phone in their house, then they're still able to follow, because they're not allowed to go to school after grade 6 either. So they're still allowed to do, their education and physical engagement and stuff through that. So that's globally what this run does. Locally, what it does, and this is where it hits home for me, is locally, even in Canada, women don't feel comfortable. I'm a runner, I've been a runner for 20 plus years, and still don't feel comfortable running alone. Because of harassment, because of assault, a number of things, and this sets home for me because I haven't always been safe while running in Guelph. And so when I heard about this and bringing it to Guelph, Guelph is such a running community, and we're also like very community oriented, and I thought this would be a great place to bring it to Guelph. And as I talk more about my experiences as a runner, as a woman runner in Guelph, other people are starting to share their experiences with me as well. So I know I'm not the only one that worries about that. And I also coach a women's run group, and a lot of times in the winter session, women say, I wouldn't run through the whole winter if it wasn't for this group, because I don't feel safe running on my own, and the daylight's so short, right? So it's dark after work. So the run is happening tonight at 6:30. You can, I keep saying run, but you can walk it as well. 6:30 at the covered bridge. I gotta get really close. At the covered bridge, just downtown here, and it's gonna be a party. It's a very serious topic, I understand, but it's gonna be a celebration. I want it to be fun. We're celebrating the strength of women. Women runners are strong. We're fearless. So yeah, come on out tonight if you can and support. It'll be a great party. We've got Fazia is coming back to help and bring her food as well. So with Women That Give, it's going to be a fun night. So come on out. Thanks very much. Thank you, Ashley. And finally, Dominique, can I pull you up, please?
Thank you to Sudees and Fazia and Ashley who are speaking. Shortly after the last municipal election, really? Okay. Ashley's right, this is a little intimate. Okay. Shortly after the last municipal election, a reporter asked me what it means that we have more women than men on Guelph City Council. So it's exciting, but I think that we are in a place where, at least from an electoral perspective, people are voting for the best candidate. And so that is a real accomplishment in this city, and we are fortunate because that's not true everywhere. But what we have to think about, and Fazia mentioned it, is who's not there. So we also have a lot of progress to make in terms of who believes that they can run, who feels they have the resources and the support to run, or serve on a board, or lead an organization. And so while we have a lot of progress to make on other aspects of diversity, the visibility that exists, the representation, and the policy lens matter. And Ashley just talked about that. Are women feeling safe in parks? Are women equally represented in our recreational programming? Where in our policy do we have gaps, and how are we bringing that equity lens? We saw during COVID that women were disproportionately affected by COVID. There were far more frontline workers. There were serious issues with childcare that we have known about in this province and this country for decades. And then we talk about, well, we don't have very good productivity in Canada. Well, yeah, we also don't have a whole lot of childcare. So, International Women's Day is about celebrating achievements. And so in Guelph, we really do have a lot to celebrate. Not only do 8 women serve on Guelph City Council, but 2 of our 3 deputy chief administrative officers who look after massive portfolios like engineering, environmental services, operations, transit, fire, and our city treasurer are all women. And you don't see that in every municipality. So if you come to council and you look at who's guiding policy, who's guiding governance, there are a lot of women here, and there's room for more, and there's room for more diversity for sure. Our school boards also have a lot of women serving 3 of our 3 city business organizations, Innovation Guelph, the Chamber, and the Business Center. All are led by women. We have a woman who's president of the University of Guelph, so when you look around, we have a lot of great examples of leadership, and not only at the highest levels, but all the way up. All of them shaping the political, business, educational, and social landscape every day. And we just heard from 3 of our leaders in the social services sector, and we could not do it without you. But embracing equity is not a community roll call of numbers or sectors, right? It's about how we all use our roles at home, at work, in the community to foster inclusion, equity, and to increase opportunity for all women. You've seen that pose for International Women's Day, the Embracing Equity. So I just want you to strike that pose for a minute because I just want to keep it in my mind. Embracing equity, cross your arms over, plus it's cool. So just embrace equity. you embrace your own potential. Embrace your potential to help others. Embrace your potential to really bring about equity in our community, because that is the root of it. You heard Sundes talk about it, you heard Fawzia talk about it. It's about how we help one another. It's how we speak out against stereotypes. It's how we share our networks. That is one of the #1 challenges for immigrant women, is they may have the education and they may have all the knowledge and they don't have that network to help them meet the right people, to help them get that job. So look at your networks and think about how you can invite somebody in. It's how we encourage and stand in solidarity and how we seek solutions. International Women's Day is also about staying vigilant locally and globally. Thank you, Ashley, for mentioning that. We're seeing horrifying attacks on the rights of women, girls, and trans people in North America and all over the world. We can't take any of our gains for granted, and we need to be very vigilant to protect our rights. So not just today and every day, go ahead and embrace equity, respect, invite, encourage, uplift, and celebrate. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our speakers. Are we all ready to get moving? I certainly am. It's so cold.